so much for joining us, folks. Today we're going to be looking at how to easily automate lead generation in 3 easy steps. This is going to be recorded. It is available on YouTube. Everyone is going to get a follow-up email with some resources and the recording after today's call. Now, we do have learning services in our chat. Okay, folks, so please make sure that when you're sending a chat message, sending it to not only the panelists, but panelists and attendees. That way, everyone has the option to see your fantastic question. And sometimes you might think, maybe it's just me that has this question. I'm nervous. I don't want to post to everybody. You'd be quite surprised. Usually what you're thinking or you have a question about, someone else in the group might also have that same question. So let's knowledge share, okay? So once again, that's just making sure that you're sending any of the chat messages to attendees and the panelists. Okay, fantastic. So what are we going to look at in this 1-hour webinar? I'm going to show you folks 3 steps to set up a simple smart campaign, okay? And this includes the how, what, when. Sort of broke it down into 3 little processes for you, how, what, when, and I'm going to show you that live. I'm going to talk about how to take control of your lead follow-up, and I have a fantastic little challenge for you folks. And then the last part is how automation will help ease your day-to-day follow-up workload. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Let's talk about the core listing machine lead capture. Okay, so all of April, folks, myself, Leslie, Ariane, Mike, and Franz, we were showing you guys your marketing center, right? Core listing machine, how everything is automated for you, your flyers, your print centers, your site tour, your marketing assets, okay? We focused all about what is created automatically for you. Now, that is a way to go capture leads, right? Our marketing, we promised our sellers we're going to use our marketing campaigns to capture leads. Now, once we get these leads, how are we following up, right? What are we doing with these leads that are coming in from Core Listing Machine, okay? So first things first, actually, leads that come from Core Listing Machine into RLP Sphere, these are called CirclePix leads, okay? CirclePix leads. And that's just because before KV Core Inside Real Estate had this marketing center, they actually purchased it from the company called CirclePix, okay? So any of these Core Listing Machine leads that come into RLP Sphere, their lead source is going to be CirclePix, okay? Now, leads that come in from our site tours, lead bee, any sort of lead capture points from our single property websites, sometimes leads might provide us with only an email or perhaps only a text number or perhaps a combination of the 2. Now, in a perfect world, they would just give us every single piece of information and then, a buyer's contract signed with it. That would just be perfect, right? But alas, sometimes we have to finesse some information, or we just have to work with what we got, okay? So we could have text, email, or a combination of the 2. And this is going to be important, okay? So depending on the type of lead information we capture, we have to know how to follow up with these folks, okay? So let's talk about our 3 steps to setting up a simple smart campaign. Step 1, who is this for, okay? Who is this for? We're capturing leads that have these types of information, email and text, or text only, right? We're contacting these types of leads. Step 2, what do you want to say? So if we have, let's say, you know, only a text, right? Someone only provided us with a cell phone number, no name, no email, nothing along those lines. So all we have to work off is a cell phone number. So of course, when we're going to create a follow-up, we're going to want to make sure we're following up via text, because that's the only way we can communicate with these people. So now we're thinking, well, what would my text want to say? What would I want to text these people? Okay. Now I need the peanut gallery in the chat to stop here. We're getting distracted here, folks, in the peanut gallery. Okay. So step 2, what do we want to say? Not sure if you folks have looked at smart campaigns, use smart campaigns, think smart campaigns are terrifying, you hate smart campaigns, but what have you. We're going to be working with smart campaigns today. The smart campaigns that already exist in the system, okay, are something that we can leverage. Now, we do have Roy LePage branded, Roy LePage curated and created smart campaigns. So that's what I'm going to look at today with you folks, okay? Now, if you guys know me as a trainer, I love to give you everything I have, right? All the information in my brain. I just want to, you know, I use the, you know, the example of fire hosing you guys. But sometimes you think, you know, Tilly, I just need that little crumb. That's it. Don't give me everything. I just need that little bit. Or, you know, sometimes we have agents like Carla DeCastris that says, you know, Tilly, just give it everything. Fire hose me. I'm gonna take it all and I'll do something with it. So whether you're on one extreme or the other, that's okay. Everyone's gonna fall in the field somewhere. I want to show you 3 examples. Okay. So example number 1, which we'll look at together here. Okay, we're going to look at the easiest version. We're going to look at existing campaigns and we're going to clone them. So basically, I'm making a copy for my personal use. Okay. And that's why I said we're cloning an existing campaign, because this is easy. Now you might think, you know what, Tilly, I've worked with campaigns. You know, I've maybe used 1 or 2. I kind of dipped my toe. Perhaps I build a campaign, right? Personally, I'll build a campaign, but I'll use some existing templates. So it's not fully customized. I'm sort of picking and choosing, and I'm going to make my own little campaign, my own little bundle. And then that's why I call that medium easy, because there's a little bit of customization, okay? Or you might say, you know what, Tilly, I'm going to take it from the front to the back, and I'm going to customize everything. Now, it is not difficult. It is just time consuming, because you have to build everything from scratch. So that's why I'm saying a bit on the advanced side, okay? Let me ask the question here, folks, in the chat. Who has worked with smart campaigns before? Now, Stephanie, I know you have. I know Stephanie has. Let me see here. So Nicole, Julie, David. Okay, perfect. And Sheila and Aaron have also as well. Perfect. Okay, and Brent, no, not at all. Lindsay says no. Christina's new. Okay, so we have a mixture here. So depending on how comfortable you are with the smart campaigns, Brent, totally scared of it. Perfect, Brent, you're in the right spot. Take care of you today. So regardless of how comfortable you are, you can either clone or build. It's not that scary. And Diane's using Client for Life. You know what? That's a perfect way to get started. Client for Life. So let's look at step 2. I'm going to show you how to do everything live, but let's look at step 3 before we move on. So we know who it's for, right? We're texting and we're emailing people from core listing machine, right? Our Circle Picks lead. So we know who. What do we want to say, right? So what's our messaging? What's our email? What's our text going to say? Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2. Step 3, when do you want this to happen, right? When are my action dates? When are these actions happening? Okay. So we know for smart campaigns, it could be as simple as one touch point, right? One action, all the way up to, 50 or 60 touch points. Now, I'm not saying we need to do 60 touch points. I'm just saying we could have it as simple as having one touch point up to a more complex marketing campaign there, or follow-up campaign, I should say. So considering step 3, how many times do we want to follow up with leads? These follow-ups are called actions. Now, these actions can be a combination of internal actions. So the system is sending myself, Tilly Murphy, the agent, a reminder task, like, hey, send an email to, client ABC, or hey, make sure you call client ABC. So these are internal tasks for the agent. Whereas we have external tasks saying, like, my system is going to send a text on my behalf, or the system is sending an email on my behalf. Okay, so it works both ways, internal and external. How are we feeling so far? Does this make sense? Did I lose anybody yet? We're still good. Can I get a Y for yes, N for no, C for confused? Smiley faces, Ys, I love it. Thank you very much. Muy bueno. Okay, continuing on. So let's take a look here in RLP sphere. And yes, Carolyn, yes, this is great. Trusting the system is so, so important. And you know what? When I first learned about automation, like, a part of me is like, I don't really like things happening on my behalf, because it's like, I'm a control freak. I like to know when things are happening. I want to know I did them, just all of that good stuff. But, as I've been working with RLP Sphere, I've been trusting the system to actually do what I need it to do. And sometimes, I've been testing inside and out. And Julie, yeah, I'm scared of automated messages too. It's just, if you've never done it, it's kind of weird. You're like, something is going to do something for me. But then once you kind of see things in action, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So let me show you here, folks. Okay, we're going to look at building or cloning, right? We're going to do the easiest thing together today. Okay, and Brent and Julie, I'm hoping that what I show you is going to ease that tension, ease that sort of nervousness. Okay, so I'm here in RLP Sphere. Now, I'm sure by now, folks, you've noticed we have a new interface coming. Okay, so sometimes this might be turned on automatically for you, or perhaps you switched it on for yourself. So I am in the new interface, just in case you're thinking, oh, it looks a bit weird. What's going on? So let's navigate down here into our marketing on the left-hand side. Okay, so marketing is where we will find our smart campaign. Now, it's fantastic that Stephanie Gelman's here in our call, because Stephanie is the smart campaign guru, right? She's done actually a number of trainings as well. So I'll be sure to include her resources, okay? Just in case you want to do a little bit extra with campaigns. So here in marketing, we're going to see smart campaigns, and I'm going to click on this option called Manage campaign. Okay, manage campaign. And just give this a second to load. Now, sometimes my internet runs fast. Sometimes it's run by two hamsters, the same two hamsters that run Leslie's internet. So sometimes just give it a second, folks, for the page to load here. Okay, so first things first, what we're going to see here is my campaign, KV core library, and template. Okay. Now, under the My Campaigns, which is the default page that we land on, what you're going to see here are all of the campaigns that are in our Royal LePage library. All right. And as you can see, you know these are all branded RLP because you'll see that here prefacing all of these campaigns. Okay, so like I said, let's do the easiest thing. Let's look at cloning, okay, cloning an existing campaign. So what I'm going to do here, folks, I'm going to search under My Campaign, and I'm going to search for buyer because, makes sense, right? Any of the leads we're capturing from core listing machine will be buyer leads. So we're going to focus on communicating and following up with our buyers. Again, folks, just give it a moment if you see that that wheel is spinning and spinning and spinning. Okay. The template, or sorry, the campaign that I was thinking we perhaps can start looking at, it's called RLP New Distributed Buyer Lead. Okay, so new distributed lead buyer, email and text. Remember, because we'll capture both emails and or text or a combination. Now, what do I see here? Okay, I see my lead. I see the title of the campaign. I'm going to click on this. Okay. And this is just letting you see what this campaign is about. You're not activating it. You're not doing anything yet. We're taking a little peek. We're window shopping. We're going to window shop. We're going to try on some clothes, right? We're going to try on some templates, see if we like it. If we like it, let's clone it. Let's purchase it, right? So we're window shopping here. The reason I'm going to ask you folks to look at an existing campaign is because the work's done for you. Honestly, when I was looking at designing this webinar, I'm thinking like, oh, I'll build my own campaign. And, I drew a blank. I'm like, what do I want to say? And Mike's like, Tilly, there are campaigns, leverage what's already created. Why are you recreating the wheel? And I said, Mike, that's a really good question. I don't got time for this. Ain't nobody got time for that. And they were written by experts such as Stephanie Galman. So you know that they are CASL compliant. They are not only compliant for our Canadian market, but it's just, it sort of sounds like us. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what are we looking at here? Attention back onto my screen. Okay. So this is showing us the preview, right? We're window shopping. We're trying on some clothes. So new distributed lead for buyers, and it's a mixture of emails and text. This campaign has 27 automated touch points and 5 internal actions for the agent over the course of 6 months. And this campaign is designed to solicit or elicit a response from our lead. Okay, so you might be thinking, that's a lot, Tilly. This doesn't seem simple. There's a lot happening on this page. Yes, there is a lot happening. But let me walk you through what we're looking here and what I want you guys to consider. This is the menu, right? These are all the clothes on the rack. And you want to see if a piece of clothing looks good on you, right? You're going to take it out and you're going to try it on. Previewing, okay, clicking on the preview option allows you to see what does this template say. Instead of searching for each template individually, okay, you can see what it says in the whole campaign. And Mitzi, yes, we do have bilingual campaigns. I will be honest, I didn't consider any French campaigns here, but I'll work with Stephanie to pull in the French equivalent of this campaign. Okay, and I'll include that in my follow-up. Thank you. Thank you for making sure I consider that there. Okay. So what we're looking here, right, we're previewing this text. Let me show you again how I got here one more time. Okay. I'm on the Smart Campaign page. I'm searching for my specific buyer's campaign. Now, I'll give you folks the direct link in my follow-up, but this is a new designated lead buyer email and text. So this is an existing Smart Campaign. When I click on the link, it's going to open up what this campaign is all about. Okay. And what we see here are all of the touch points, so actions that are going to happen once we turn on this campaign. Okay, everyone still with me? Yes? Okay. Each of these are its own action, meaning as soon as we capture a lead, they will immediately get an intro text. Okay, immediately we'll get an intro text. It will look, so excuse me, it will look as if the lead is getting the text from the agent. Okay. David, I see your post there. Thank you, David. You will get the follow-up email. Okay. So if I want to see what's in this intro text, what's going to be immediately sent out to my lead when I capture them. So when I click on preview, I'm going to get this little pop-up and I can toggle view this template, right? So this is what the text is going to say. You know, hi, you know, let's say David was my lead. Hi, David. Thanks for your inquiry on the Royal LePage website. I need to confirm some details to make sure you get the right information. Do you prefer text, email, or phone call? I'll be in touch shortly and it will pull in your information. Absolutely. I'm starting to see this here, Nassim. Absolutely, we can edit. Absolutely. Okay. Let me finish with my easy option and then we'll look at easy medium, where if you say, I like this, I like these templates, I want to change a little bit, right? You want to kind of sprinkle yourself on it, right? And Christina, that's also a really great consideration. What if we don't have names? That's true, right? What if we only get a text, right? So now that I'm getting some of these wheels starting to turn, you might think, you know what? These are really good base templates, right? Like the meat is there. I want to just change a few things. Okay. So you might be thinking, you know what? This is good. This is good. I might remove a few pieces, right? Maybe I don't want to have X amount of action items. In order to remove pieces from this campaign, we have to clone it because it's a system campaign. So we have to clone a campaign. Cloning a campaign is just making a copy of it for yourself. So here, campaign logic. what we see here is our instructions. When does RLP Sphere turn on this campaign, right? When does this campaign start running? Okay. So, and this is all going to be in the follow-up information. We look at advanced triggers. Okay. So here, the email field is not empty. All that means is they have an email. That's all that means. The email field is not empty. This lead has an email, and phone is not empty. They have a phone number. Okay, so let's run the assumption that someone was on our site tour, right? Our branded site tour, and there's that pop-up window saying, you know, provide us with your lead information, name, email, phone number. This is a good example for that. So not only do we want to make sure this campaign only starts when we have an email and a phone number, but you might be thinking, well, Tilly, I get emails and phone numbers for lots of different leads. How do I know it's specifically for core listing machine? There is source, right? Our lead source coming into the system will be circle picks. So here's designated listing. This is not going to be a designated listing. We are saying circle picks. So now, again, anyone coming from circle picks with a phone number and an email, okay, I can keep status is. In this case, I just want it to be, wait, status, no, lead, no, source. That's what I was looking for. Source is circle picks. Okay, perfect. Yes, okay. So making sure that my source is, oh, sorry. I clicked too many things. The source is circle picks, and I'm going to click next. So any leads from core listing machine or circle picks that have an email and a phone number, this campaign will turn on for them. Okay, this is designed for buyer leads, right? Set details. Okay, so this is where we would change the campaign name. So I would say RLP new core listing. Oh, there we go. New core listing machine. Why does that keep on turning off? Oh, now my, okay, so I don't understand why that's not working. Sorry, I thought my keyboard just stopped working. There we go. RLP, new core listing machine, new core listing machine, and we're going to do email and text. Okay, and this is your description. So this is a description for yourself. Okay. Now I'm seeing here a great question. Alice is saying, what if we have multiple properties that we are getting leads for simultaneously? So Alice, that's a really great question. When a lead comes into your system, if that lead is looking at multiple properties, that's just all going to be tied into their account page. Okay, so it's not like you're going to have duplicates of the same contacts coming in. The system does try to sort of combine any duplicates that we get from our system. So it's not like you're going to have multiples of the same person. They're just going to be in the system one time. And then once I have this system set up for them, or this campaign set up for them, it's just going to run. It's not going to run multiple times for them. Okay. So here the description will be, follow up campaign to get a response from my core listing machine listings. Okay, so this is just a reminder for you to know what this campaign is about. Always run. What does that mean? So I'm going to leave this to no. Always run, yes. And Stephanie, keep me honest here. Keep me honest. You're the guru. When we have always run selected to yes, okay, the campaign will continue to send out messages even if the contact or lead responds back, okay? If all you're trying to do with a smart campaign is to get a response from them, then my recommendation is to leave it to no, okay?
So Tilly, I can help with that. Sorry,
yeah.
no, a little bit wrong on the always run. Always run means that essentially what it means is the reason these are called smart campaigns, it'll always try to apply the most applicable campaign. So, depending on the triggers you set up, it'll try to apply the one that is more specific to the lead. So, if you had one that was just like, hey, anybody who's a buyer, send them this, or anybody with a buyer but also has this, then send them this. So always run means, as long as it applies, put it on the campaign. So like Stephanie says, really there's 99% of our campaigns are going to be no on that. Now the question I see from Julie mentioned here was in source, it only gives the option of manual ad or organic website. I want to keep in mind that the source for your list, it should be pulling in kind of almost from where your sources are. So keep that in mind, is that might mean that you didn't get a lead from CirclePix in that case. Or if you're really curious, this might be something, it could be a bug too, maybe throw a quick chat open. But you'll show them how to get to support afterwards. But I just wanted to clarify the always run. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Julie, and anybody else that ever needs immediate access to support, on every page of core listing, of RLP spheres, you're going to see this blue bubble in the bottom right-hand corner. And this is your support hub, okay? Now, it's really cool because I'm always testing the system, so I have multiple conversations going on, which is nice too, because you can actually just send them a message and you can see all of your previous support chats, right? So the team at Inside Real Estate, especially Robert, he's a great guy, great support rep. They're pretty decent about getting back to you like under 20 minutes in the chat support bubble. Yes, perfect. Okay, so always run no. I don't necessarily need to lock this campaign. Locks just means, can someone clone it? Can someone copy it? Okay, and I'm going to click on next. The last option here, folks, we're just reviewing, right? So we're reviewing the instructions for when this campaign actually starts. Okay, so I'm going to click finish, and my campaign is going to be here, right? So now, right, we have RLP new core listing machine. I can see my campaign statuses. now I have the option to remove the campaign, right? Because I created it, I can remove it, and such. So here's what we can do. If we want to just simply remove things, I want to remove things from this campaign. So let's say I do not want day one, right? So let's say I don't want to have any internal actions, right? Because you know how I said there's internal actions, so like tasks and reminders for the agents. External actions are texts and emails that, you know, go out to the contact. So let's say this day one email, let's say I want to get rid of it. All you have to do is find that action item in the list and you can just delete it. Okay? You can absolutely just delete it. If let's say you like the template, like you like what it is, but you want to change when it happens. Perhaps this custom email doesn't happen 30 minutes, it happens 15 minutes or 1 hour later. You can edit this action. Okay? So what this action is still doing, it's still holding that same template. We're not changing the template. All we're changing is when this is happening. Okay? So time units and time value. So I'm saying here, I want this email to be sent out in 1 hour after this campaign is automatically assigned. Okay, so I can update that here. So again, we have immediately a text and a call go out to, one's going straight to the contact, and then the system is reminding you, the agent, to follow up with them. So again, I'm not a fan of all these internal tasks. I want something to be done on my behalf. Okay, so we can remove what we don't want. As you can see, my 30-minute email is now 1 hour out. Okay, so once again, folks, what I'm showing you in this example is we cloned something and we're just removing actions or changing when they happen. Okay. If you're looking to completely just get started, go, you've done your changes, you're happy, you must activate your campaign. Okay. So we've cloned it. We've, you know, maybe removed an item here or there. Maybe we've changed the timing. But once we're done, once we're ready to go, we have to turn it on. We have to say, all right, I've tried on the clothes. I've tailored the clothes. Now it's time to purchase the clothes and go strut down the street, right? Go strut down Hollywood Boulevard in our new suit, our new getup. We're looking good. And we're going to be walking down the street and people are going to say, hey, you're like, hey, I look good. Come call me, right? And that's what our smart campaign is giving us. Okay, I'm gonna leave this turned on for now. Okay, turned on. Next, what I want to show you here is, well, Tilly, I found some templates. I think they're cool, but I kind of want to change some wording. You know what I mean? I want to add my little spice to it. So this is going to be the medium easy, okay? Medium easy option. So first things first, we got to go into template. We got to go choose the clothing that goes into the store, right? Choose the clothing that goes into our outfit, maybe I should say. So templates are system-wide templates. Now, as you can see, I've played around. I've created some templates here. There are different types of templates in the system, but what I think you folks should focus on is mainly the email or text, because that's something that is automatically done for you. That is an external action, okay? That doesn't prompt you to do something manually. It just does it automatically for you. So let's say, okay, you know what? We looked at some good buyer leads or buyer templates, right? You're going to look for that template name. Now, actually, I'm going to do a side-by-side here so you guys know exactly what we're looking for here. Okay. Yes, Julie, your campaign is running when the flyer is red. Thank you, Carolyn. Okay, perfect. And let's go for our buyer, new online leads. Perfect. Lovely. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to just take a peek at here. And awesome. So let's say we were talking about that intro text, right? We want to change what the text says. So when you're window shopping, right? When we're trying on the clothes, right? We're trying on the templates, we're reviewing. I don't understand why this is happening. Interesting. Don't know what's happening here. Let me try one more time. And it might be because I am in a test environment. Okay, just give me a moment here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. So if you're looking for what the name of the template is, okay, you'll be able to see it when you're previewing. So again, previewing, you're looking at the campaign. Next to the action item, you're going to see preview, and the name of the template is here. Okay, so let's say I'm going to copy that. Now, when I'm looking in my templates, all I have to do is just pop that in there. Now, this is a text message, so of course I want to make sure I'm in my text message. Okay, and here's that. Sorry, here is that template. So here we're going to have to clone. Again, because it's not originally ours, it's the system. So we're making a little copy for yourself. Okay, and here, right, this is where we can change it. We can, you know, perhaps if you're making a copy for yourself, include your initials, right? We have to be mindful because there is a limitation on the template name, but you know, perhaps I'll call this Tilly RLP, or put your initials, or maybe like a short code that you recognize. Okay, so I'm going to put Tilly, and you know, perhaps I didn't capture a first name, right? I think it was Julie mentioning earlier, you know, Tilly, what if we only get a lead B, right? What if we only get a phone number lead? We can just say, hi there, right? Hi there. Thanks for your inquiry on Royal LePage website, right? Or on my property website. I need to confirm some details, X, Y, Z, and then we have the reply stopped to opt out, right? Because we want to be CASL compliant. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks for joining us. So if we need to make any changes, Okay, we're going to clone it. Okay, so now, here we go. If I look at this, here we go. Here's our new changes, right? So anytime I can now search Tilly, I'm going to see all of my templates. Okay. And so folks, you can do that for everything that you need. Same with emails and text messages. Okay. Okay. Christina, can you show us again how you saved under your templates? Absolutely. Absolutely. Where am I here? Okay, so I'm going to take you again. So Smart Campaigns. The first page we land on is the campaign library. Along the top, you're going to see the template option. Okay. Now be mindful when you're searching, right? Make sure you're searching under the right type of template, because obviously a text template wouldn't appear under emails. Right? So if I go under text and I put in what the name of the template is, it will appear. First, it will be, it will just give you the option to clone, because these are system campaigns. So we have to make a copy. Okay. We have to make a copy for ourselves. And here we have the option to change any of the text. Okay. Any of the text. And when we clone the template, then it appears in our list. But we still have to put that template somewhere. So now you're thinking, you're like, oh, this is like easy medium, because it's a little bit of work, just a little bit. But once you set it up, it's done. That's the best thing about automation. You set it up and the system takes care of it for you. Okay, so let's say, right, I wanted to include that new template, right, because I changed it. Okay. Just come in here. Where's my buyer? I need my unlocked. Forgive me. I'm just trying to find my way back. And this is why we name our templates. Okay, here we go. No, that's seller, buyer. Oh, okay, perfect. Here we go. Here we go. Clone. Oh, sorry, 1 second. I don't know why this is not working for me. Okay, I'll just use an example then. So this is just an empty template that I have, an empty smart campaign, but the action item adding is going to be the same. Okay, so with here, adding an action item, we're choosing which template we're putting in here. Okay, so the first thing I had was that immediate email follow-up. So we're calling this initial follow-up. Template, we're choosing the template we just made. Okay, so why I wanted to make sure I included my name or something that's quickly identifiable is because when I'm searching through my hundreds and hundreds of templates, I can quickly identify the one I want. And it's nice too because here I can view the template, just to make sure I have what I want. Okay, so now that I have the right template, I'm going to say this is coming from me, the agent, to the contact. And yes, I want this to run immediately. So let's say, Tanya is my lead. The second I capture Tanya from my core listing site tour, she gets captured as a lead from CirclePix, shows up in RLP Sphere, and then she's captured as a lead. Immediately, she'll get a text from me saying, "Hi there, thanks for your inquiry. What's the best way of following up with you?" Okay, or whatever else you put in there. And we click on add, and there it is. Okay, perfect. Alice is saying, but can I have a different campaign for this property versus another property? I would not say you need to have multiple campaigns for multiple properties, just the one campaign, because we're just trying to get them to follow up with us, right? So this is a nice segue. Thank you, Alice. This is a nice segue. So we built out our tours, right? We built out our campaigns. How are we going to now control our lead follow-up? Okay, so let's say Alice has, multiple properties and she gets a lead that's looking at a few properties, let's say. So let's take control of our lead follow-up. Number one is smart campaigns, right? Automatically sending emails and texts, trying to get them to respond back to us. Because we know sometimes people put in information and then the listing sells and they're like, no, I just wanted that property, and they ghost us, right? They fall off the face of the earth. So here's something that is very beneficial with taking control. I don't know who's been joining us either Tuesday or earlier this afternoon for core video. Sometimes our leads just need a little bit of TLC. They just need to know we're in their corner. We're here for them. They need to see our face, right? They need to see our face. Try connecting face to face. So core video, powered by BombBomb. Okay, I'm not sure. Again, we just started doing this training on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's the new May training topic. Basically, BombBomb and Inside Real Estate have teamed up together to offer us real estate, our Royal LePage agents, a feature called Core Video. And basically, we can send 10 free individual video emails to our database every month. So basically, if we get started today, at the end of the year, we have 80 people we can connect to face via core video messaging. So my strong recommendation, folks, is to take advantage of the free. And it's kind of awesome because I don't know if you folks are on the, if anyone attended Inman or, do any sort of third-party training with some of our vendors, but video is king. Video is coming back, or has always been here, but video is taking us to new levels here. So what I want to show you folks here is how quick and easy it is to filter your smart CRM list and then follow up via email. Now, I'm not going to give any scripts because we are training on core video all month. Okay, if maybe someone from my team can plop in a registration link for core video. But basically, at any point, I can come into my smart CRM, right? I can come into my smart CRM and say, all right, show me my P&As. Show me my prospects, my new leads, my active leads. Perhaps I want these leads coming from, I want these leads coming from Circle Picks, right? So lead source, contact source is Circle Picks. I want to make sure that they've been active last 30 days, right? Last 30 days, someone active from my Circle Picks lead. Okay, so here what I'm seeing is now a filtered list of all my Circle Picks leads that I had active on my site the last 30 days. Okay, now with Core Video, let's say I'm following up with Leslie, right? I want Leslie to know I see her as my lead. So not only will she get an immediate text saying, hey, it's Tilly, let me know what works best for you, call, email, text, whatever. Now, since I'm trying to follow up with my leads, sometimes I do need that face-to-face. We do need that TLC. Why? Because human contact cannot be automated. My face, I don't have a clone. I'm not smart enough to think about artificial intelligence to fake my face calling people. So there's a little work that has to be done, just a little. So when you're looking at a particular contact, you can actually send them a core video message. Now, I have one here. Now, forgive me. I'm going to share my screen with audio. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to see if you guys can hear my video. Okay, so this is a video I did using Core Video. Okay, and this is what Leslie, my lead, received.
Hi, Leslie. Tilly Murphy here from Royal LePage. I am thrilled we're in touch. The market is hot. I'm super grateful for the opportunity to help you navigate it. My job is to make things simple and stress-free and share that information with you. But enough about me. Leslie, I'm curious about what your real estate goals are. I'm just interested to see if you're looking to invest, to buy multiple properties, first time moving in. Let me know what your goals are or any other real estate needs that you may have. Thank you so much for trusting me with your information. Welcome to my real estate community. We'll be in touch soon.
Okay. So with Core Video, as you can see, it's a short video. I have a call to action, right? We can get them to go to another link, another URL. So folks, Core Video, as we can see, they're going to see how long the video is. Video is a great way to follow up with folks, especially new leads. If you're thinking, you're like, I don't know how to do this. Well, looks like I'm going to see you for some Core Video training. And lots of dates are still available, folks. Like I said, we just started this training this week. Okay? Perfect. So let's talk about and wrap up, because I know it's the top of the hour. If we need to run away, perfectly fine, folks. Everyone's going to get the recording. Okay? If you got some time, stick around with me and the team. How automation will help you ease your day-to-day workload. Oh my goodness, we don't have to manually follow up with every single person. Do not do the $10 an hour work. Let the system do that for you, okay? Smart campaigns will will get an immediate response or give an immediate response to whoever is your new lead in order to give you, the agent, time to follow up. Sometimes we're busy, right? So as soon as we get a new lead, sometimes I can't drop everything and call them. I might be in a listing presentation. I might be doing a walkthrough with someone. So let smart campaigns be that first point of contact saying, hey, I got your message. Thanks. I'll be with you right away. Okay. As agents are now presented with new ways to do business online or, because of restrictions and COVID, we're sort of pushed into a new way of doing business with our clients. More and more buyers and sellers are looking for information online. So we don't want them waiting. I, as a millennial, have zero patience. Yet I ask for patience from everyone from me. So I know it's a tit for tat. I know. So it never hurts just to have that cushion, right? That immediate text and maybe an email following up an hour later. Now, Alice, how do we stop a campaign from running if we establish a relationship with the lead before the end of the campaign? Alice, very, very simple. Let's say we had Leslie on a campaign. Let's come back up here to Leslie. You can very easily turn off the campaign for her. Okay, so let's say, I was working with Leslie, and if she had any campaigns here, you'll see your active campaigns on the right-hand side. You can just turn it off for her. Okay, absolutely, you can do that.
And it's nice to be. I want to add to that also is, remember at the start, Tilly talked about step one was figuring out like what your trigger was. And some questions some people asked was like, well, do I need to have a trigger or could I manually set this? And yeah, from here you can add, even if you had a trigger, you can always manually add a campaign. But also, if the conditions of that trigger are no longer met, then it will remove the campaign. Let me give you an example. So let's say one of the questions was, how could I let's say I created a landing page, and on that landing page, I was like, hey, sign up for this listing information. And that creates a hashtag that gets assigned to a person. And then I have a campaign that says when that hashtag gets added, start off this campaign. Well, if I came in here into the contact and removed that hashtag or changed that hashtag, the system would reevaluate, well, does this contact still meet the criteria? No, then I'm going to remove that campaign. So that's a great example of, doing things like, for instance, the status. Actually, that would be another one. Let's say I come in here and I update Leslie from being a new lead to an active lead. Well, if my campaign was, hey, only apply this to my new leads, then the campaign will then switch and say, okay, well, now do you have a campaign for an active lead? Because it would remove that. So I want you to know that the automation, like Tilly said, trust the automation, let it do work for you. And they're called smart campaigns because that is really the goal of them. Is if the conditions change, then that campaign should be removed and a more appropriate one should be applied if the other one exists. So I hope that helps answer. But, we didn't want to emphasize too much of that today because the goal today is for you to just say, hey, look, you can do this. Like, you can do this. All right. You can take one of our campaigns, you can clone it, you can use it the way you need it. And as you start learning about these, that's when you're going to, be able to realize, hey, you know what, you'll be able to build more of your own and customize it as you see fit so that it's doing what you want. So like Tilly mentioned, you save yourself some time. You buy yourself time, right? Now I know these things are happening. So, yep.
So Julie, if someone registers on my website, they automatically be added to my smart CRM, correct? How can I create a smart campaign or an automated email to say hello and welcome to my website? Yes, Julie, you could create a campaign. So let's run this as an example. Okay, let's say I'm adding a new campaign here. So then when someone registers on my website, they'll be automatically to my smart CRM. How can I create a smart campaign? So that is the source that I'm looking for, right?
Well, there's a few things we could do. You could do lead is new if you just wanted generic, right? But yeah, this would be system source is agent website. So let's do that. That's going to be the trigger, right? And let's go ahead and click next on that.
Oh, we don't want to add another trigger?
No, let's not. Let's just say, hey, you know what? They came from my website. So, you know what I mean? Now here, right? And they will automatically be added. Yeah, so let's just pick all for this, right? So it doesn't matter if they're a buyer, seller, renter, whatever the system. And let's give this a name for test website. Until you're on agent 23, correct?
Agent 35.
35. Okay, thank you. Just
Yeah, test
pull it up.
agent 35 website, website, test for agent website, new lead prompt. No. Yes? No. No. We don't
No.
want to always.
Well, you could
No.
see this. No, let's just say no because that's the best practice. Yep.
Yeah. And
So
then
we're going to
click
fix
next.
Yep. And now let's go ahead and add a campaign here. Or sorry, not what I add a campaign.
Oh, no. My bad.
Sorry.
Excuse.
Yeah, that's
Excuse.
which one is? Sorry, you got to clear that out.
Yeah.
We got to wait for it. Impatient man. And, Agent 35's website. All right, this is new. Okay. So let's go ahead and yeah, let's what do we call this? Give it a second. It's the one thing I find is slower, but that's okay. All right, let's see here.
Oh, I think I put it under test.
Yeah, sorry, I was telling you what to do.
And that's why it's best practice to put your name.
Yep. All right.
Oh my gosh, this is so.
Yeah.
There we go. Test agent 35. Okay.
So what we can do now, let's go add an action. Let's add an email. Right. And let's just say the name of this is going to be welcome. All right, let's do it. No, the name of this piece is, website welcome, or welcome. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be too complicated. The template, you don't want that template. Close that. We're going to put import. Oh, you misspelled import. There you go. You're going to find RLP import, imported leads default email, right? We want to use the RLP ones because those are vetted. It's going from agent to contact. We're going to set this to be run immediately.
Done. Oh, what happened?
I don't know what you clicked on, but I clicked on something else. Let's do it again. Add email. Good to practice. Right. Welcome. We're going to do import. This one, just do import. RLP import.
Yeah, much easier.
Run immediately. Add. There you go. So this, and now hold on. Whoa, wait. We're not done yet because this here is not active. So let's make it active. Let's say yes. And let's preview this email here real quickly. Just again, we're doing our best practices. Check this, view this template. And you're going to see it says, hi, I was selected to best client. I've decided to adopt new technology and do spring cleaning of my database. I guess this isn't the best template. Again, this is one where maybe we'd clone it. Generic new online lead buyer immediate email. All right, let's X this. Let's edit it. Because you know what? You're right. No, don't cancel. Just edit. We're just editing. We're going to change this to what Stephanie, the expert's saying here. Immediate email.
Generic email. Okay, update.
I don't like that one either. Well, all right, let's see. I'm not thinking that's the right one either. No. We need to close that. Close that. X, edit. Just do edit. Just do immediate for me. Type in immediate. There you go. Online, new lead, the first one right there. No, you picked the second one. Come on.
Well,
Tim.
I don't make things easy, do
Work
I?
with me. Immediate. Good. We get to see it again and again. So there you go. Update that. Thank you for your inquiry. I need to confirm some details.
Okay.
Right. Do you prefer email, text, or phone call? Let's update that. And I'm doing it on the back end here.
Oh, you are? Okay, perfect.
And I'm going to be Peter Tester. And I'm
in case anybody else wants to test on my account, so you guys see how it works and how fast it comes out to you. Okay. Perfect.
So I've gone ahead and I've registered on this. I'm just waiting for it to go. Come on. Boy, internet is not working fast today. All
Maybe
right, there we
Leslie's
go.
hamsters escaped
I don't know.
and
what's going on with this. Well, I know it's
and they
two
ran
kids.
over.
It's two kids who are doing, homeschooling at the same time, right? And I know we're over our time
True.
here, folks. I know we're there, but we're just trying to answer these questions. And again, what we want to show here is, you know what? Again, it doesn't need to be a crazy big campaign, right? It can be something short and sweet. It can be something that with just one message if you wanted to, right? Now, I see here Lipping is asking, is there any template list available, or can we only click in preview to see what is available? You know what? This is one thing that I actually find a little bit challenging. And while we wait for this lead to come in here, is when you go in here and go into the templates, you're going to see, click on that, Tilly, you're going to see you're in the wrong place. Because the challenge here is, if you notice, you can't actually see the campaigns. And this is one thing that I find a lot of agents are like, but I want to see that. I want to see what that piece is, right? So notice you can't see the still renting piece down there. You can only clone it. So let me show you what I would do in this case. So we're actually going to go back to the Smart CRM. And we're just going to click on, click on mass email. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I get it, Judy. Again, I know we're over time. So just check the first person there, chat lead, Cheyenne. Let's check her and click mass email. This is how I would do it. So click on that. And then here under template, you can actually click on that and type in RLP. And here, actually, I think it's star RLP now because they want ours to be up top, but it still doesn't work. So let's put star RLP. And now you see all these templates, so you can scroll through these. And now it's nice because you can actually just click on them. And what I say is, maybe click on these, have a look at them. If you like them, just kind of note their name and you'll know that they exist. I find it frustrating too that you can't just preview a template. So that's the way I would do it, because at least that way you can go in here and have a look at all these templates and click through them instead of having to do the whole thing. Now we got to wrap this up, but let's see if this lead came in. So let's check on your dashboard. Did I go to the right site? Boy, I hope I went to the right site. I think I went to the wrong site. Let's refresh it. Let's see. There's actually now a refresh down at the bottom too. What is this? You said 35, Tilly.
Yeah.
You're in 33. So you're not going to get this lead when I'm putting it on the wrong website. So, all right. RLP agent 33. We got to wrap this thing up, but I really wanted to show this.
We do have to wrap this thing up, yeah.
And this is part of it though, is doing this stuff and gaining the confidence in the system, right? So what I recommend you do is do exactly this. Have a friend, have a colleague, be like, hey, could you just go to my website? Would you mind just throwing in your, I want to know how it works. I want to know that you get the email back, right? I want to know that you receive this stuff. Don't worry, Tilly, I'm doing it in the back end. I've already filled out the form. I need to see that it works. And one thing you can do too is even have somebody open it up on your, I just filled it out, but have somebody open it up in front of you, right? When they're there, right? So there you go. Boom. It just reloaded. There it is. Now let's have a look at this contact. Now it should still take a moment for the smart campaign to fire.
It takes up to 3 minutes. As soon as the lead comes in, up to 3 minutes for the system to look for the instructions, and then it's going to go.
So let's see if it works, because that's what we got to do. We got to see the system sources agent website, which is what we did, right? So that's what we had. I see that, that's okay. That's running the default routing, which makes sense because this is coming off of my website there, right? So let's see, you're going to refresh this a couple of times and let's see, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, folks, because I know we're over our time, but we want to show from start to, let's see if this gets applied.
It's still going to be another minute or so because it just came in.
That's while we're here, just show real quickly, you'll notice that there is the ad. So in case you ever wanted to, you could always remove campaigns. You could do it right from the contact list, right? Tilly showed that.
Absolutely.
Just a reminder that exists there.
Yeah, of course. So here on the right-hand side, we're going to see property, active campaigns. You just click on the ad option, and then you search for the one you're looking for. So here, let's say...
Don't do it, though. Don't do it. We want it to apply.
No. Like RLP, core listing machine, Wait. Cancel. You look for what you're looking for. RLP distributed. Oh, it's nice because all we have here is our
only the ones you have active. Yep.
Only the ones we have active, which is nice, so we don't by accidentally get the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try again. I'm gonna try with a different one. I'll try with chat.
Yeah, and again, if you got to go, hey, don't worry about it. Go right ahead. I appreciate, we appreciate you being here. Again, we're just trying to kind of follow through on this and see that it works for us. Nothing like doing it live, right, Tilly?
No, but as you can see, I set up an old active campaign, which has a immediate and that is sent. And to remove it, you click on it and you can remove. There you go.
I'm gonna see.
All right, I really want Peter to come in. Peter, come to meter.
See, that's why, yeah, let's see.
I know. It takes a moment, up to 3 minutes, and it will be there. It will be there. All right, folks, so how are we feeling? Questions and answers. Thanks, Rick. I'm glad that you found some great information in today's session. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, and certainly what we hope too is, we know these campaigns are huge and they look big and there's so much and people like, as somebody mentioned at the start, I don't trust automation. I don't feel good about it yet. What we got to do is start somewhere, and we got to start playing around with it and testing it. So.
Mm-hmm. So folks, I put my email in the chat. Everyone's going to have my contact with the follow-up email. I just really want to make sure that you folks feel comfortable. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Honestly, I'd be happy to double check your, your setup. If you have questions on how to set it up or what to put in, I'm happy to put some guidance down your road. Folks, thank you so much for attending today's session. My name is Tilly Murphy, and what we talked about today was lead generation automation. So thank you very much, folks. All the best. Hopefully everyone will join us for our core video training this month, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 1:30 Eastern. Thanks a lot, guys.